So can you define the linear and non-linear ordinary differential equation? Anybody?
So equations of the form dy by dx plus p of x times y equals q of x are linear differential equations.
Dy over dx plus
P of x times y equals q of x.
It is linear. It is of order 1. Okay. If you have higher order, then I will define the linear non-linear partial differential equation of higher order.
So the degree should perhaps still remain 1 even if the order is higher.
Degree of what?
So the degree of the differential equation should remain 1.
Degree of differential equation
should remain 1.
dy over dx square plus so this is linear equation. Bolo, is it linear? Misal?
Sir, I'm not completely sure, but perhaps I don't remember well.
Anybody else? How you will define linear, non-linear ordinary differential equation? सौभाग्य बोलो. No idea. Okay. But tell me the definition of linear transformation. बोलो. What's the definition of linear transformation? पूर्वा मीटिंग में हो आप?
Yes, sir.
हाँ बोलो. पढ़ चुके ना आप linear transformation?
So a sort of mapping into from one structure to a linear structure.
कहाँ पढ़ा आपने बता सकते हो linear transformation? किस सब्जेक्ट में पढ़ा आपने? Anybody else? Definition of linear transformation.
So it is a mapping from one vector space to another, in which we have two properties. One is that, sir, if we take addition, so if we add two vectors and then apply the transformation, the result would be same as applying the transformation first and then adding the vectors. And the second thing is that if we multiply a scalar to a vector and then apply a transformation, that should be the same as multiplying the scalar to the transformed vector.
Yes, so this is the definition of linear transformation. If you write T alpha U plus beta V equal to, then it should be T alpha U plus beta T V. You can merge these two condition in one condition. T of U1 plus U2 should be equal to T U1 plus T U2, and T of alpha U equal to alpha into T U. Then it is called linear transformation. T is transformation from vector space U to vector space V. Can you define the operator? We have function, transformation, and we have operator. Function is from one set to another set. Transformation is one vector space to another vector space. Operator is again transformation from same vector space to same vector space. Differential operator पढ़ा है ना? Differential operator. It's not called differential transformation. Why it is called differential operator? If you differentiate polynomials, then the answer is polynomial. Okay, so D is Pnx2, you can say Pnx. So your this one, it is vector space of polynomial, and it is vector space of polynomial. Derivative of exponential function is always exponential function. So if you take one vector space of exponential function, you operate a derivative, then the answer will also be exponential function. For trigonometric function, again it is trigonometric function. So if your transformation is from same vector space to same vector space, means U to U, then it is called operator. So it is differential operator. In the same way, we have integral operator, E of fx. It is also called as operator, not an integral transformation. Okay. So now tell me what is the definition of linear operator? We have definition of what? Linear transform. Yes, anybody?
Sir, it will be a linear transformation from
Yes.
one vector space
Yes,
to
yes.
itself.
Same thing.
Yes, sir.
Alpha U plus beta V equal to alpha T U plus beta T V.
TV.
See this alpha and beta, this must lie in, is a member of
So field.
And U and V, this belongs to U. So this is a definition of linear operator. Now, if we have two operators, first one is T1, second is T2. So if you see, if T1 is linear, T2 is linear, then T1 plus T2 will also be linear. You can check it. If T1 is linear, T2 is linear, both are linear. Okay. So T1 is linear, T2 is linear, then T1 plus T2 will also be linear. You can easily verify it. Alpha U plus beta U, operated alpha U and beta U. So this is equal to T1 alpha U plus beta V plus T2 of alpha U plus beta V, and both are linear. Then you can use the property of this one. See, you can write it T1 of alpha U plus beta V plus T2 of alpha U plus beta V. That is equal to, you can write alpha of T1 U plus T2 U, okay, plus beta of same thing T1 U plus T2 U. That is equal to alpha of T1 T2 U plus beta of T1 T2 U. Okay, So if T1 is linear, T2 is linear, then T1 plus T2 will be linear. Not only T1 plus T2, if you write multiply it by any constant, means linear combination of T1 plus T2 will also be linear. So I'm generalizing this case. So if T1, T2, Tn, these are linear operators, then their linear combination C1 T1 plus C2 T2 up to Cn Tn. This will also be linear operator. Is it okay? Now, your D is your d over dx. Okay. D square, it is also operator. It is d2 over d x square, and d cube is d cube over d x cube. Okay, so all these are operators. When you can write dn, that is equal to dn over dx raised to power n. So all are these operators. So if you write linear combination of these operators, so let's say I'm using only first three part. If I write c1 d cube plus c2 d square plus c3 d, and let's say some constant also, this one y, sorry, not y here, let's say it is some operator, let me do not write capital D. Okay, so this capital D, this will also be linear. Is it okay? So it is operator, that's why it is, we are not using any variable here, and if you can say function here. It is clear? So this linear operator means this operator is from u to v, and we have any function y in this vector space. Sorry, it is u to u, not u to v. Y is in u, then you can write dy, that is equal to क्या होगा आपका c1 d cube y plus c2 d square y plus c3 dy plus c4y. It is clear? So this part, I'm writing it in simple form, f dy. Okay. So if I use this form, f dy equal to some function of x, then this is your OD. Am I right? बोलो. Any query up to this part? कहीं कोई भी doubt है, कुछ problem है, बोलो. So this equation f dy equal to phi of x, it is OD. It is clear? बोलो, any query? कोई point है clear नहीं? Okay. So f dy equal to phi x, it is one OD. So this OD will be linear if this FD is linear. Okay. Now, how will check the linearity of this FD? This simple one. Write FD of, see this FD, nothing, that is a combination of D. Okay. FD operates FD on y1 plus y2. Let us assume y1 y2 are solution of the differential equation. So if this is equal to FD of y1 plus FD of y2, then it will be linear, otherwise not. Okay, and that will be only possible. Yes, before that one, I can I'll use one more thing here. So how we'll get this FD here? So let me take one equation. Okay, no problem. dy over dx plus px y equal to q of x. You know that it is linear. I'll prove it why it is linear. So I can write this equation in this form: d over dx plus px into y equal to q of x. So it is linear. So this part is a FD part. This is FD part. FD part equal to qx. You have to check whether this is linear or non-linear. So for linearity of this one, simply what we'll do, we'll replace this y by y1 plus y2. Okay. So if this equation is also satisfied for y1 plus y2, then no, not the equation of this part. If fd of y1 plus y2 equal to fd of y1 plus fd of y2, then it is linear. You can check it here. Or you can check it. See, for the same equation. So rather than using this one, we can directly use this part. What we'll do, we'll replace this y by y1 plus y2. Okay, or you can write in general form alpha y1 plus beta y2, or simply alpha into y, because if you're using y1 plus y2, then you have to use two conditions, y1 plus y2 and alpha y. So rather than using these two conditions, just use one condition, alpha y1 plus beta y2. Okay, so in this equation, see, to check the linearity of this equation, we have to check the linearity of this part only. This part will not have any effect on the linearity of this equation. You have to check the linearity of this part only. Okay, so I'll replace this y as alpha y1 plus beta y2. Okay, so means this part fd alpha y1 plus beta y2, that must be equal to alpha of fd y1 plus beta fd y2. So let us check it. So the equation is d over dx of y1 y. So I'll write here alpha y1 plus beta y2. It is same thing. Whether you can put here also. If you put here, then again you have to put value of fd. Then again we'll have to consider this part. Okay, so I'm directly using this part. fdy means this part, this left side part. Plus px of alpha y1 plus beta y2. So that is equal to, see, it is differential operator, it is linear. So simply you can write alpha here from this part, first term, you will have alpha into dy1 over dx plus from here, you can take alpha common as that, then you can px y1. Plus beta dy2 over dx plus px y. You can check it. It is alpha into fd y1 plus beta into fd y2. So this equation is linear equation. So here, one thing is your equation if should be in this form. If you can write equation in this form, then you can check its linearity. But if you are not able to write down the equation in this form, then you cannot use this method. So before that one, let me take one example. So simply, see, even there's no need to write your equation in this form, f dy equal to 0. Only thing is you have to consider terms containing y only, y and derivative. Okay, don't bother about this free term. In any equation, just for the linearity, you have to consider the terms of dependent variable and its derivative. Okay, leave it your this free term. This free term will not have any effect on linearity or non-linearity of differential equation. So in all the case, we will not be able to write down equation in this form. Okay. So simple way is I'm writing in one equation. If you have any equation, let us consider one equation. dy over dx plus root y equal to sin x. Okay, let's consider this equation. So this is free term. So whether it is sin x, cos x, x to power x, 0, constant, then it will not have any effect on linear differential equation. Linearity or differential equation will be defined only by these terms containing dependent variable and its derivative. So we have to consider only this part. So what we'll do in this part? We check the linearity. See, in this part, we'll replace this y by alpha y1 plus beta y2. Okay. And if you are getting equation this form, alpha into dy1 over dx plus root y1 plus beta into dy2 over dx plus root y2, then equation is linear, otherwise not. Okay. So, and see, you have already studied in your linear algebra part. Please, at the starting of lecture, let me remind to start the recording. See, if out of these two conditions, means t of u1 plus u2 or t of alpha u, if any one is not true, then equation, then your transformation will not be linear. Okay. So if we can prove that this equation is also not true for any of these two equations, then it will be non-linear. Or otherwise, you can take. But for linearity, you have to so that it is true for both the condition t of u1 plus u2 and t of alpha u. But for non-linearity, just check it for one condition and so that it is not satisfied. So I'll do the same thing here. So let me check the first condition. First condition means I will replace y by y1 plus y2. So d of dx y1 plus y2 plus root y1 plus y2. See, this part, this first part, you can write it d over dx of y1 plus d of dx over y2, and this last part is root y1 plus y2. So you cannot write it in this form, dy y1 over dx plus root y1 plus dy over dx plus root y2. Okay, this equation is linear or non-linear?
Non-linear.
Non-linear.
Non-linear. Okay, so it is first condition. Even you can check the second condition also. D over dx of alpha y plus root alpha y. So this alpha into, that is okay, dy over dx, but this will be your root alpha y. So this is not equal to alpha into dy over dx plus root y. So it is non-linear. Okay, so this is the way. So, but to prove the non-linear linearity, both the condition must be true. You cannot say first condition true, then it is linear. Or take general case. So, any query up to this part?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, see, from this equation, you can have one idea. See, what is the problem? Which term is creating problem here in linearity condition? The second term.
Square root.
Okay, this is square root. Okay, see, if this power is 1, then it will be linear. If its power is 2, then again it will be non-linear. Why? Because if it is power 2, then it will be y1 plus y2 whole square. That is not equal to y1 plus y2. We'll have one more term here, 2 into y1 plus y2. Then again, it will not be linear. It is clear? So here, this power of this y is creating the problem. Okay, if power of y is 1, then it will be linear. In the same way, if we have some power of this term, dy over dx, then again it will be non-linear. Okay, so conclusion is it will be linear if it is linear independent variable and its derivative. Simple definition of linear ordinary differential equation is equation which is linear in dependent variable and its derivative is linear. Or in more general way, you can say a linear which is equation which is linear in unknown is linear equation. See, why I'm telling it is linear general way. See, I have one equation x1 square plus x1 square plus x2 square equal to 1, and let's say x1 plus 2 x2 square equal to 5. This system of equation. Okay, or you can take this equation, simple one. Let us consider more simple. Okay, no problem. No, just this one. So in this equation, unknowns are x1 and x2. Okay, so in first equation, this power of x1 is 2. Again, here power of x2 is 2. So it is not linear in x1 and x2. So it is non-linear equation. Second equation is also non-linear due to this part. Okay, so it is system of non-linear equation. System of non-linear equation. See, this in this case, ax equal to b. Ax equal to b in this part. Unknowns are this vector capital X unknown. So in matrix form, you can write it a11 x1 plus a12 x2 up to a1n xn equal to b1, a21 x1, a2n xn equal to b2, and in the same way you can write last equation an1 x1, last term you have a n xn, that is equal to bn. So we call it system of linear equation. Why we call it system of linear equation? Because here all the unknowns have degree 1. It is linear in unknown, you can say. Linear means degree must be 1. It is clear? So unknowns, if unknowns equation is linear in unknowns, then it is linear equation. So any equation which is linear in unknown is called linear equation. Whether it is algebraic equation, whether it is differential equation, whether it is OD or PD, okay, it is linear. It is clear? So in case of differential equation, not only dependent variable, its derivatives are also unknown. Okay, so in case of OD, we call it an equation is linear if it is linear in dependent variable and its derivative. Means if power of derivative is 1, power of dependent variable is 1, and there is no multiplication term in, because if there is multiplication term, if we have this equation, let's say I have this equation dy over dx plus let me write power 2 into y dy over dx plus y equal to, let's say e raised to power x. This is linear or non-linear equation? This equation is linear or non-linear?
So non-linear.
Why?
So because it contains y into dy by dx.
Why? So this term is non-linear term, independent in unknown. Okay, because y is unknown as well as dy over dx is also unknown. So this is non-linear term. So due to this term, it is non-linear. So definition is a differential equation is called linear if it is linear in dependent variable and its derivative. Okay. In some book they write that equation is linear if power of all the derivative terms and dependent variable is 1 and there is no term of the multiplication of dependent variable and derivatives. Okay, they write this long definition. So simply you can say if it is, and differential equation is linear if it is linear in dependent variable and its derivative. And we have the same definition for PD and OD. In case of PD, if you have this equation del z over del x plus del z over del y into z plus z equal to, let's say, some function of x and y. It is linear or non-linear? It is non-linear due to this term. Okay, because see here, z is a dependent variable, x and y are independent variable. So here we have multiplication of z and its derivative. In case of partial differential equation, all the derivative means partial derivative are all, because z is unknown, obviously the partial derivatives are also unknown. So del z over del x, del z over del y, del 2z over del x square, del 2z over del y square, all the derivatives of z with respect to x and or y are also unknown. So if equation contains any term which contains multiplication of z or its derivative, partial derivative, or power of derivative of z or z, then it is non-linear. So there is no need to write this long definition. Simply write a partial differential equation is said to be linear if it is linear in dependent variable and its partial derivative. Okay. Partial derivatives, because we may have more than one derivative. Is there any query in this definition? Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So simply see, if you want to write it, say for example, this one, del z over del x plus del z over del y plus z square, that is equal to, let's say, e raised to power x plus y. What's the nature of this differential equation? In tutorial, there are questions. Check the linearity of this, say whether following equations are linear or non-linear, and also give the reason. So, this equation linear or non-linear? Below?
So non-linear.
Non-linear. Why it is non-linear?
So z square, it contains z square.
Because this term is non-linear term. This equation is non-linear due to this term. Now, equation which is not linear is called non-linear. If equation not linear, then it is non-linear. So in OD, we have only two categories, linear and non-linear. But in PD, non-linears are again divided into three categories. So let me write here. In OD, we have only two categories, linear and non-linear. Okay. So we have already discussed the definition of linear. So for non-linear, you can say equation which is not linear is called non-linear, or if you are simply you have to simply write the equation of definition of non-linear, then you can say an equation which is not linear in dependent variable and its derivative is called non-linear differential equation. Okay, if I am saying differential equation, means it is true for PD and OD both. If you are writing definition of linear and non-linear simultaneously, then you can write the first definition for linear, then you can say equations which are not linear are called non-linear. If you are simply only writing definition of non-linear, then you have to define it correctly. In that case, you will write definition an equation which is non-linear in dependent variable and its derivative is called non-linear differential equation. So in OD, we have only two categories, but in PD, first one is linear, then non-linear. So, but in between linear and non-linear, we have two more categories. Okay. So, one is called semi-linear and second is called quasi-linear. See, and Not in between. Okay, no problem. And see, all these three are linear equation. Sorry, non-linear equation. So just a minute. I'm not writing this here. So these are the part of non-linear equation. Semi-linear, quasi-linear, highly non-linear. See, all these three are non-linear equations. These are not linear. So we have linear, two categories, linear and non-linear. So here we have, I'll tell you why I'm writing in this way: semi, quasi, and highly. We have only two categories, linear and non-linear. Again, in non-linear, we have semi, quasi, and highly non-linear. See, why I'm writing this way? See, way is highly non-linear means they have severe non-linearity. Okay, quasi means they are linear, but linearity is not severe as highly non-linear equations. Again, semi-linear, we are also non-linear, but we have very less non-linearity in this equation. You can say even all these three are non-linear equations. So if we move from linear to non-linear equation for this in the way of severity or difficulty to solve the equations, then this is the way. Linear are very easy to solve. Then we have semi-linear, then quasi-linear. So if we move in this direction, then you can say difficulty will increase to solve this differential equation. So in non-linear equation, semi-linears are easy to solve. Quasi-linear, they are difficult, or you can say more difficult than semi-linear to solve, and highly non-linear equations are very tough to solve. Okay. So now, what is the meaning of the semi-linear and quasi-linear PD? Now we'll move to this PD. So it is clear. Any query? Okay. So for this three category, I'll write three examples, then it will be more clear. Let me consider equation of order 1 only. So del z over del x. See, let me give one more thing here. See, if I am using z as a dependent variable, then x and y are independent. Or if x and y are independent variable, then z will be treated as a dependent variable. Okay, if x, y, and z, see in this case you can say we are in 3D. But if x, y, and z are independent, then we'll write u as a dependent variable. Okay, so here I'll explain all these things. But here I'm using z. Z means z is dependent and x and y are independent. So del z over del x plus, I'm writing the simple case, del z over del y plus z square equal to f of xy. So this is free term. If it's 0, then equation will be homogeneous. Okay, so see, in this case, it is linear, non-linear, this equation.
Non-linear.
Non-linear, okay.
Non-linear.
I'm writing, yes, one more example. Del z over del x, let's say z here, plus del z over del y, plus z square equal to f of x. So in these two equations, what is the similarity? What is the similarity in these two equations? बोलो. Anybody?
So दोनों non-linear है दोनों.
Non-linear दोनों. Yes, both are non-linear. What is other similarity? Both are non-linear equations. Yes, it's true. One is semi-linear, other is quasi-linear. Okay. So why it is semi-linear? Why it is quasi-linear? So there are some similarity in quasi-linear, semi-linear, and there are some difference in semi-linear, quasi-linear. So I'm trying to discuss this thing here. So first, tell me what is the similarity in these two equations?
Sir, is the first one semi-linear?
I'm not asking for
From the-
semi-linear. First, tell me what the similarity in these two equations.
Okay.
Similarity in these two equations, or similar one. There is one similarity or more than one similarity. बोलो.
Sir, it is not necessary for the dependent variable term to have degree 1 or power 1.
डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल नहीं. सिमिलरिटी क्या है?
Sir,
सिमिलरिटी क्या है? जेड स्क्वायर यहाँ भी जेड स्क्वायर है.
हाँ सर, मतलब वो एक सिमिलरिटी होगी.
See, these two functions will not have any effect on linearity of this equation.
Yeah.
So in these two equations, what is the similarity? What are the similarities? Z square term same दोनों में है. So due to this Z square term, due to this Z square term, first one is non-linear, and due to this Z square term and this Z into del Z over del X term, this one, due to this term it is non-linear, and due to this term it is non-linear. But similarity क्या है? बोलो.
डेरिवेटिव के अलावा वाली टर्म एक्स वाई जेड के फंक्शंस में लिख सकते हैं.
वो ठीक है, लेकिन लिनियरिटी नॉन लिनियरिटी वाइज कोई इफेक्ट नहीं होगा इससे. तो हम कुछ भी हो, कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है.
सर, जो पार्शियल डेरिवेटिव्स है उनके
हाँ.
ऊपर कहीं पर भी पावर 1 से ज्यादा नहीं है. इट्स 1 ओनली.
So linear in derivative terms, or not linear in derivative terms are linear. Derivative terms are linear in both the equations. Okay, this is similarity. And I think it is the only similarity. Am I right? So this is the similarity in these two equations. What's the difference? What's the difference? Anybody? बहुत क्लियर है. दोनों इक्वेशन लिखे हैं. डिफरेंस क्या दोनों इक्वेशन? जल्दी बोलो.
डेरिवेटिव वाली टर्म के अंदर डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल मल्टीप्लाई हो गया.
किसमें? सेकंड इक्वेशन में.
सेकंड इक्वेशन.
ठीक है. So here coefficient of this equation, coefficient of this equation is constant 1. Here it is 1. Okay, but here it is z. So difference is in equation 2, coefficient of derivative term is z. Okay, means dependent variable. Now before adding the third equation, let me extend these two equations. Okay, now more clear. I'm writing x plus y del z over del x plus x square del z over del y plus z square, and let's say that is 0 here. Okay, because this free term will not have any effect on this equation. So this is your third equation, and now fourth equation I'm writing here x plus y plus z del z over del x plus, and let's say z here, del z over del y, or don't write anything here, plus z is equal to 0. Now we have the same similarity. Derivative terms are linear, means there is no power of derivative terms. Is clear? Now what is the difference? Tell me the difference.
So in the second one, z is a coefficient of
Derivative terms, and here
derivative term.
and here
Here we
here-
only have the independent variable.
independent variable. Okay, so see this equation 1 and 3rd, these are semi-linear, 2 and 4 are quasi-linear. Okay, now I define the semi-linear and quasi-linear equation. It is for order 1, then first I'll define for order 1, and then I'll extend it for order n. So see, first thing is both are non-linear. See, if in this equation I don't write this z square here, then what is your answer? If I don't write z square here, follow. Then equation number 3rd, this linear or non-linear, semi-linear, quasi-linear. What is the nature of equation 3rd? Last time is z, not z square.
लीनियर हो जाएगी.
The equation will be linear. Semi and quasi are defined only for non-linear equation. Okay, so equations are non-linear, then only we'll categorize them in semi-linear and quasi-linear. In both the equations, semi and quasi, semi-linear and quasi-linear. First condition is both are linear in derivative terms. I'm writing in both one derivative terms of higher order. Linear in no, just no. Derivative terms are, see, the differential equation of order 1, so there will be only 2 terms of order 1. Okay, z is dependent variable, x and y are independent variable, then we have del z over del x and del z over del y. Okay, so we have only 2 terms of order 1. But in case of order differential equation of order 2, there will be 3 terms of order 2, del 2z over del x square, del 2z over del y square, and del 2z over del x del y. So because first we are writing for order 1, then so I'll write the same thing here. Derivative terms are linear. In both the case, okay, but in semi-linear, coefficient of this first one, second one, coefficients of derivative terms are independent variables only. Independent variables or constant. Okay, but in this case, coefficients of derivative terms we have dependent variable. Dependent variable. Usually, derivative terms are function of independent variables or constant. Here, derivative terms are, in this case, let me define it. Derivative terms, coefficient derivative terms are function of coefficient derivative terms are function of dependent variable. Okay, see, if it is function of dependent variable, then there may be constant and independent variable also. Okay, so it is not, see, in this case here, see, in this case, in this coefficient have z as well as x and y. Okay, so this coefficient must have dependent variable. Then it will be quasi-linear or quasi-linear. In this case, these coefficients are function of independent variables only or constant. But in quasi-linear, this coefficient will be function of dependent variable and or you can write and or. No, not or, huh? नहीं, and भी possible नहीं है. And क्या लिखेंगे? नहीं, okay, it is okay. These are the function of dependent variable. It may have independent variable also. If you write and here, then it will be condition restriction that independent variables are present. If I write or here, then it will be dependent variable or independent. No, we cannot write and or. So here, this is dependent variable, coefficient of derivative terms are function of dependent variable. Means in the coefficient of derivative terms, your dependent variable is present. Okay, means it may have independent variable and constant also. So this is the definition of semi-linear, quasi-linear. Bole, any query here? Any query?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So I'll take 2 more minutes. Can I continue for next 2 or 3 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, see, now I'll move to order 2. So in order 2, it is del to z over del x square. Okay. I have left it here. This equation. 3, 4, 5, fifth equation. Let me write this fifth equation. I'm writing fifth equation in this way. Del z over del x into del z over del x. It is not equal to del to z over del x square. Huh? Plus del z over del y plus, let's say z equal to, let's say 0. Well, what is the nature of this differential equation? It is linear or non-linear? This equation linear or non-linear?
Non-linear.
Non-linear, sir.
Non-linear due to first term. Okay, because first term is del to z over del z over del s whole square. Okay, so this is your del z over del x whole square plus del z over del y plus z equal to 0. So can you say this equation is semi-linear or quasi-linear? What is your conclusion about semi-linear or quasi-linearity of this equation?
So neither. It
Yes,
won't form
because
neither
for both the equation, your derivative terms must be
linear.
linear. Okay, see, this is for first order only. Yeah, it is not so. It is not true for higher order. It is for first order only. So let me write it. First order only. Yeah, for first order PD. Now for second order PD. In case of second order PD, we'll have this term del to z over del x square del to z over del y square and del to z over del x del y, del z over del x and del z over del y. We'll have these 5 derivative terms. Okay. So see, in case of Cauchy and semi-linear, first we check the linearity of derivative terms. So can you give me some idea of order to extend this definition of semi-linear Cauchy for order 2? Can we write this first term, derivative terms are linear in case of order 2 also? बोलो क्या लगता है आपको? What is your idea? See, in case of first differential equation order 1, we write the derivative terms must be linear. So can we say same thing for order 2? Derivative terms are linear, must be linear for semi and Cauchy linear. बोलो. नहीं, आपको क्या फील होता है, क्या माइंड में आपके आ रहा है कि सेम थिंग एक्सटेंड होगी या कुछ और चेंज होगा?
सर शायद एक्सटेंड कर सकते हैं क्योंकि हम तो इसके ऊपर क्या पावर है उसकी बात कर रहे हैं, तो
नहीं, वो नहीं कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, इसमें क्या लिखेंगे हम? इन केस ऑफ हायर ऑर्डर पीडी विल चेक ओनली फॉर हाईएस्ट ऑर्डर डेरिवेटिव टर्म्स. Okay, so we'll check only the linearity of these 3 terms. We'll not check the linearity of these 2 terms. So for semi and Cauchy, for both the equation, first will be highest order derivative terms are linear. It is for both semi and Cauchy. Okay. First condition. We'll check the linearity of keval only for highest order derivative terms. Is clear? Now, second one. See, for semi and Cauchy, in case of highest order PD, we'll use these 2 points for highest order derivative terms only. Not only first point, for second point also. Okay. So the second point will be what? Will be coefficient of highest order derivative terms are function of independent variables or constant. Is clear? So second point for semi-linear. Let me write Cauchy here. So this first point is common in semi and Cauchy, and second point will be for semi-linear coefficients of highest order derivative terms are function of independent variables only or constant. Okay, we'll check only the highest order derivative part of differential equation. So first condition, highest order derivative terms must be linear, and in case of semi, coefficient of highest order derivative terms must be function of independent variable only or constant. Only means we cannot have the dependent variable here. And in this case, in case of Cauchy linear, same thing. Coefficients of highest order derivative are function of, I'm adding a one thing here, not only dependent variable, are function of dependent variable and or its derivative, I'll explain it, of order n minus 1. Where what is n? N is order of PD. See, what is the change here? This is a change here. So why I require this change? So let me write one equation. I'm writing this equation del z over del x plus z into del to z over del x square plus, let's say, other part is del z over del x plus z equal to, let's say, 0. Okay, so see here. See, these two terms are, see, it is order 2, equation order 2. So we'll check only for terms of order 2. So we have only one term of order 2. So this is term of order 2. Del to z over del s square, power of it is 1. So first condition is true. Now we'll move to second condition. The second condition is this one. So coefficient of this term is function of dependent variable and its derivative. But the condition is derivative must be of order n minus 1 if its order is n. Why? Because, can anybody give the idea why I'm not writing this one restriction here? Why we are using this restriction? Order this term in coefficient must be of order less than n, and derivative of order up.
Sir, it definitely cannot be the same order because then the
Equation will be non-linear. Yes.
condition will be violated.
Yes, absolutely right. And its derivative of order less than n, not n, less than n. Okay. Exactly n nahi hoga, less than n. It means if it is a differential equation of order 3, then we may have order derivative coefficient of order 1 also. Yes, you are absolutely right. Because if it is del to z over del x square, then this term will be del to z over del s whole square. Then it will be a highly nonlinear equation. So in this coefficient part, we cannot have the derivative terms of order n. If you have the derivative terms of order n in coefficient parts, then equation will be highly nonlinear because this term will be of power 2 or more. So in coefficient, we can have the derivative up to order n minus 1, up to order n minus 1. Okay, so this is a definition. So this is a definition for order n. I have just extended it up to order n. So for Gaussian semilinear, we check the terms of highest order derivative only. Okay, and first condition is power of highest order derivative terms must be 1, and in semilinear, coefficient of these terms must be function of independent variable only or constant. But in case of Gaussian linear, coefficients are function of dependent variable and its derivative up to order n minus 1. Now, any query in definition of semilinear Gaussian linear? If this condition is not true, first condition is not true, means highest order derivative terms are not linear, then it is highly nonlinear. Okay. So any query in this linear Gaussian linear or semilinear definition? Well, it is 12 to 14. Any query?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So any query in today's lecture? You can start the tutorial number 2 also. These are the part of tutorial 2. Okay, so if you have no query, then you can leave the class.